All right, Virgo, welcome to your next 48. This is August 24th, so through the 26th, 2020. And it's interesting. So you got rain as your homophone card. And the girl in this picture looks so happy about it. And, she's got an umbrella out there. She's got a raincoat. She's playing out there. And I find it funny because we're going to Virgo season. On the back of this is rain, so it's like it's really your time in that. What I find interesting, though, is that with this rain card, the card that you got in tarot is the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is usually facing the consequences, or like, so you, or it may be that you are happy because someone else is facing the consequences for being manipulative, for stealing, lying, cheating, things like that, or maybe that somebody has taken something from you and it's now being given back. And for some of you, I kind of had the energy of tears, like rain, tears, things like that. And maybe that you're feeling tearful, either about having to face the consequences of something, or about, it may even, like, when we catch somebody who cheats on us and we end up breaking up with them, it doesn't always mean that things end up happy. But we might also, it kind of creates a dichotomy to a degree. Like, we might be happy to be free of somebody who has been stealing from us or doing things like that, but we still feel sad if we didn't think that they were going to be that kind of person. And I mean, even if we knew better and doing things, it never feels good to get caught. But somehow you've got kind of this, like, happy, sad energy going on. Let's see what else is going on in the cards here. So, bottom of the deck in your shadow card position, Seven of Cups in reverse. That's a lack of clarity. And it can also deal with addictions. It may be that an addiction has kind of started to turn against you a little bit. You may be having some dreams or nightmares that are really starting to bother you, and there's some emotional stuff that you've not been facing that you really need to take a look at. And I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, when you had this energy, the energy of choices and options, and you weren't sure which one to pick, or maybe you wanted to stay open and be able to pick all of them, that you left yourself open to this being manipulated and cheated, and so now and especially for those of you that have, and which can happen with earthy energy, especially if you have an earth sign in your Venus, Mars or Moon position, to try to avoid facing emotions, and that can create a fog and a lack of clarity and a lot of, like, noise in your environment, to where you end up building up all those emotions that you never really dealt with. And it could be that that's part of what this energy is about. Maybe you're just facing the consequences of repressed emotions that you weren't dealing with, and although they're hard to face, in the moment you are feeling a gladness for those tears, a gladness. It could be that these are happy tears. To be free from even that self-deception. I did some videos in the Divine Partnership Coaching that talked about how we gaslight ourselves, and it could be that you are freeing yourself from that self-deception. Let's see, on the top, in the hot topic, Page of Wands and upright. There may be a journey that you have started on. You've put down some burdens, because right before this is the Ten of Wands, which is a lot of burdens. And it may be that you're putting down a lot of those emotional burdens, and you're ready. You're still kind of new at it, a little bit immature about it, but you're going at it in a good footing. You're starting a new beginning. You may also be dealing with somebody who has strong fire sign placements, or you may have strong fire sign placements in particular areas. But this is also Sag and Leo too. So, or, there may be somebody younger than you that you talk to that helps you, or that you want to. Interesting. We have the Moon here. So this is a Cancer card. You may also be dealing with a Cancer. You may have some Cancer in your charts. Also maybe some Pisces or Scorpio, but that's typically more Cancer and Capricorn, actually. The constellation in there is Capricorn. But this is also about confusion and emotions, and as is that. So there may still be some confusion for you, or it may just be that all the emotions that are coming up right now are just overwhelming because you haven't faced them. And this can also be hidden enemies, so be aware that you may have people around you who are intentionally trying to keep you confused, or if you drink, to drive you to drinking or drugs or things of that nature. Let's see what's underneath our 7, which is also a pause too, and all signs had a pause in it. And go figure, look, right underneath that, another 7, another pause in there. It's also for wisdom gained, but in reverse, both of these are about stagnation. And the 7 of Pentacles in reverse in particular is kind of like you went to go plant a garden, but then you procrastinated, or you got distracted, or you got pulled into other things, or maybe you got manipulated, and now when you go back to your garden, you notice that it's full of weeds. And then, you gotta either the ground is ruined, maybe somebody salted the ground where you're at so you can't use it, which could be this energy, this victim energy, which unfortunately can be heightened in Virgo season, and being Virgo yourself, that could be in there. But I have the sense for more of you, this is somebody that you're dealing with, and it looks like you're likely going to walk away from them, or they're going to walk away from you. Or if this is somebody else that you're thinking of, they may be walking away from a situation where there was a lot of stagnation and a lot of victimhood plays, like victim narcissism, like fake bondage kind of thing. Yeah, right underneath that, the Ace of Swords, and right underneath that is the High Priestess. So Spirit is coming in with Excalibur to reveal the truth and bring clarity about these situations. And yeah. Yeah, with the cards that we have underneath that. If you've been in an unstable home or family situation, that's going to get shook up. And if it's somebody that you know of that's getting shooken up, expect some communications. They may be small, they may be sporadic, they may not all get completed at one particular time, but if it's you reaching out to somebody else, remember that small steps are important. Sometimes the other person just needs to know that you are thinking about it, and that you are trying to continue the conversation. And if somebody else is trying to do that with you, give them that grace. You don't know exactly what they're going through, and by these cards it looks like it might be a really intense situation. Either way, if you have some consequences to face, either to yourself or to somebody else, face them. Go ahead and face them. It's going to feel a lot better. It's almost, I hate to use this reference, it's almost like when you feel like you have to throw up, and if you try to avoid it, it gets worse and worse and worse, whereas if you just go and throw up, you feel almost immediately better right after that. It's kind of similar to that. So it's time to face those emotions, Virgo. I know it's not your favorite thing to do at all, and being an earth sign myself, I get how icky emotions can be, but it will turn out good afterwards. Maybe there'll be a rainbow. Alright, my Virgo friends, virgins and prostitutes, if you have any specific questions or you'd like a private reading, you know how to access me, and otherwise I'll see you in the next video.